Hey, Mark Shepard, cowabunga.com. Today, we're talking about letting go. We're talking about setting goals and intentions and having a really clear idea of where you want to go. Because if you don't, you're just going to end up anywhere. Now, that's not necessarily bad, but let's say, for example, you want to go to Hawaii. You would set as a goal and an intention to actually be in Hawaii. You would literally, you would see yourself in Hawaii, and you would go, okay, I'm in Hawaii. What has to happen next, right? So then you would reverse engineer it. Well, in order to get there, I need to buy a ticket, which reminds me, I have to buy an airplane ticket today to Florida because I just got notification that I am a finalist in the Posse Awards, and that's a kind of a positive music organization, and that's kind of cool. So, maybe we'll use that as an example, but let's go back to Hawaii. In order to get to Hawaii, you have to buy a ticket. In order to have a ticket, you got to have money. In order to have money, you got to, you know what I mean? So there's all these different things, but if you hold in your mind Hawaii, and let's say you don't have any money yet, if you hold in your mind Hawaii and you hold it clear enough, and you hold it powerfully enough, how you get there is less important than the fact that you're holding a burning vision in your mind of Hawaii. And I have to be careful because I'm talking about this, I'm thinking, Hawaii? That would be cool. I've never been to Hawaii. Never really wanted to go to Hawaii. If I wanted to, I would go. But right now I'm starting to think that might be a lot of fun. I would like to go to Hawaii. And who would I like to take? Anyway, so you hold in your mind Hawaii. Now, what I'm talking about is letting go of the form. So, for example, you have in your mind Hawaii, or I have in my mind Hawaii, a beautiful volcanic black sand beach and huge waves and surfers and just the palm trees and just the whole vision of Hawaii and just the clear water and just, and I fill myself up with that. Now, how I get there, we talk about letting go of the form, right? So now I may end up on Tobago, right? I may end up on some other tropical paradise. So that would be letting go of the form, right? Someone may invite me to speak at a conference, or I may get a gig in Barbados or the Bahamas or some other place. And it's not Hawaii, but it's pretty darn close, right? So depending on how tightly you hold your vision, if it has to be Hawaii and nothing but Hawaii, right? Well, there's a number of Hawaiian islands, so you might be able to let go of which island you're on, right? As long as it's Hawaii. Or it might be in the world, it might be actually someplace else in Polynesia, right? It might be Easter Island. Who knows? You know what I mean? There's lots of different variations, but the idea is, a place that is beautiful, that is tropical, that is paradise, that has got ocean and sand, right? So some of those general dynamics are there, but we let go of the form. So for example, let's say you make it to Hawaii and you only make it to the big island, right? Are you a failure because you didn't make it to every single island? No, you've gotten to Hawaii. Now, getting there, there's lots of different ways to get there, right? You may be surprised to know that maybe someone needs something taken to Hawaii. Maybe, they need an adult to accompany a child on a flight, or they need, something delivered to Hawaii. I'm not talking illegal substances. I'm just talking about something that can't be shipped. Maybe a beloved pet needs someone to, get it to the airport and make sure that it's okay and then pick it up immediately. Maybe someone needs their pet, taken back and forth. I don't know. Maybe there's a conference on Hawaii and you have just the right skills and they need you and you actually get paid to go to Hawaii. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever goal we have is to hold that goal very clearly in our mind, to write it down, to very specifically know where it is and what it is we want. But then we need to let go. because if we're constantly grasping, it kind of pushes it away. It's kind of a weird paradox with the law of attraction that, so for example, in 2006, I set a very powerful goal that in 2016, I would be performing my music to just a packed, kind of a Carnegie Hall size auditorium. Sometimes it's that size, sometimes it's bigger, you know. I'm like, well, why not, if Carnegie Hall, why not Madison Square Garden, right? Well, Carnegie Hall has better acoustics, right? So I don't have attachment to the fact that it has to be Madison Square Garden. You know, what is in my mind is a pretty darn big performance space, and it's packed. And people are just ready and anticipating, right? They're waiting. They're holding up their cell phones, and you know, like the people used to hold up lighters, right? But they're holding up their cell phones. And in my mind, I visit that scene from like behind myself as I walk out on stage, from the back of the auditorium or the concert hall, and I look in from above. So I visualize it from lots of different angles. And then I installed it in my timeline, okay? And I breathed my energy into it, and then I released it. I let go of the form. So it could be Carnegie Hall. It could be someplace in Europe. It could be someplace in Australia. It could be someplace, you know, anywhere on the globe. It doesn't have to be Carnegie Hall. Do you understand? It could be the Troy Bank for Savings Hall in Troy, New York, which is one of the most pristine, acoustically perfect concert halls, right? So that's what we mean by letting go of the form. You still hold the idea, you still hold the concept, but you have a flexible approach to how that happens, right? So particularly for long-term goals, you can't envision every step of the way, but you can imagine lots of different possibilities, and then you can pay attention and listen and see where you're guided. And for me, like I was kind of running into a lot of blocks with my music. And so I found that particularly if I because I wanted it so badly, I wanted it so much that I would almost kind of push it away. It was like this almost desperate feeling. And so I just, at one point, many points, I had to let go of doing my music. Just let it go. Let it go. And just hold that vision that somehow, some way, it was going to happen. And I was going to do the best I could to help it, but I wasn't going to force it. Do you understand? It's about allowing, not forcing. Because you can do quite a bit with your will. You can force stuff through, and sometimes that's appropriate, but sometimes you have to allow, and you have to notice what's going on. And you have to, again, and I keep coming back to this, why is this perfect? And to let go of our attachment to the way things have to be. But that doesn't mean letting go of your intention. That doesn't mean letting go of your life purpose. Do you understand? You can still hold your life purpose, and you can fan the flames of it, and you can make it even richer and stronger inside yourself. But ultimately, you have to be open to where Spirit sends you, right? And strange tale, I ended up going to Arkansas and doing some bullying prevention programs, and that ironically led me to a Unity church. And then when I got back to Albany, New York, I found a Unity church, and I've been doing music there ever since. Because I'm doing music at Unity Church, I met Bethany Gagne, and I'm doing music with her group, and we are working on the Albany Peace Project together. And I wrote a song for that. Because I play music at Unity Church, someone referred me to another church, a spiritualist church, you know. And so how this happens, you know, I don't know where it's going, but I do know somewhere in or around 2016, I'm going to be performing to just a packed house, and they're going to love my music, and my music is going to get out into the world, and it's going to do the work I've always wanted it to do. Because ultimately it's not about me, it's about allowing Spirit or God or your higher self or whatever you want to call it to truly manifest through you not only your highest good, but the highest good for you, for your friends, for your family, for the community, for the earth itself. And that can only happen if we have a certain ability to allow, and let go. So your assignment today is to think of the thing you want the most in the world. The thing you absolutely want the most in the world, and imagine that thing out in your future, and literally imagine it in your timeline the way you want it. And then get up above it and turn and look back and just see everything that has to happen happening, and maybe things that you can't even foresee happening. Little synchronicities, little coincidences, little miracles happening so that you experience that future. Give it a shot. What do you have to lose, right? So it's allow and let go. I allow, I let go. Why do I allow my highest good? Why do I let go of my grasping and hold my intention clearly in my mind? And why does everything that happens, why is it that everything that happens serves my highest purpose and leads me to my ultimate highest good? That's it for today. So think about that, write that out, and remember, why is this perfect? Write that out as well. That was yesterday's lesson, but keep practicing, all right? Why does it work out better than you could possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than you can possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than I can possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than you can possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than he can possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than she can possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than we can possibly imagine? Why does it work out better than they can possibly imagine? All right? So have a great day. And again, be gentle with your dream. Keep the intention, but let go and allow it to grow in a way that's even better than you could possibly imagine. Cowabunga.com, Mark Shepard, over and out.